March is Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Month. It's aimed to raise awareness and educate the public about MS, a chronic autoimmune disease impacting the central nervous system. According to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society, there are nearly 1 million people in the U.S. living with MS, and there are still many misconceptions about the disease and its effects. To give us a better insight on all this is Dr. Tim Coetzee, President and CEO of the MS Society. Doctor, welcome.
Great to be with you, Cindy.
So what are some of the misconceptions that people have today about someone living with MS?
Great question. People will sometimes think it's a disease that's terminal, and that, its outcome is, from diagnosis to a wheelchair or a scooter. And that is just so not true in today's MS. People can live full, productive lives once they start a treatment and attend to their behavior.
Are there any warning signs people experience in the early stages that can help with early detection?
Certainly. So sometimes MS will show up with tingling in a person's legs or their arms. Sometimes it can feel like you've got a tight hug around your midsection. Sometimes people will develop visual problems. They wake up one morning, they can't see out of one eye, for example. Those are all the kinds of symptoms that sometimes show up that people will write off. But if you see them and they persist, get in to see your doctor and go see a neurologist.
And there have been massive medical improvements in treatment over the last 3 decades. Can you break down some of them for us?
Sure. So you put your finger on it. In 1992, we had no treatments. Today, 30 years later, we have dozens and dozens of treatments that modify the disease, that stop it, that address the symptoms. The important thing that's happened is that we also are diagnosing MS so much faster. It used to take years to get a diagnosis. Now it's down to months, sometimes weeks. The important thing is to be diagnosed, get in with a specialist so that you can start a treatment as soon as possible.
And what is that test like? I mean, is it a blood test? Is it lots of different tests?
Oh, I wish we had a blood test. We don't just yet. But what will happen is the doctor will have a conversation with you, talk about the symptoms, talk about what they've seen. You'll have an MRI where they'll look and study what's happening in your brain, and they'll be looking for spots that are consistent with the MS lesion. And those are the tests we have today. But because of research, we're trying to get to that blood test that will predict who could get MS so that we can prevent it before it even starts.
And MS doesn't just impact the person, but the family and the caregivers. How can the MS community, be better supported by the public?
So a couple things people can do. First of all is connect with organizations like the National MS Society to be part of the community, join the community to support people. They can support by, financially giving as well to support the research and support for the community. And the important thing is to find people and support them along their journey. MS sometimes can be very isolating, and the most important thing that people can do sometimes is just be that shoulder for a person to walk alongside them as they walk their MS journey.
Dr. Tim Coetzee, President of the MS Society, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks so much, Cindy. Appreciate it.